Hi everybody, welcome to How to Eat Healthy When You Have No Time. All right, so welcome, and I am so glad you're here because I have so much amazing information to share with you. I want to quickly tell you the reason why I created this telecourse. There is a lot of hype, myth, and misconceptions about dieting out there. What is the perfect program? And well, let's face it, we live in a world of information. So you can Google any subject or buy any book and just frankly be overloaded with information. But for many people, all the diet books, the TV shows, and Googling of information leads them to be confused about what to eat. So there are so many supplements and expensive programs and equipment out there that are aimed at folks who have awareness about healthy eating, who want to do something, but who don't have the right kind of information to make an informed decision. So I'm kicking this off with some groundbreaking information about clean eating, eating for energy, and never having to diet again. Doesn't that sound good? So I want to introduce myself before I go any further and just share my story with you and how I became the health coach that I am today. So I'm Tanya May from TanyaMay.com, and I'm a certified holistic health coach that went through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And while I was there, I studied over 100 different dietary theories, stress reduction techniques, and life changes, along with so much more to help others to improve their health. So I began my journey with health coaching because of my own health issues. I was suffering from headaches, I had gained weight that I just frankly couldn't lose, and I had heartburn, I had gas, I had IBS issues, frequent runs to the bathroom, all of that garbage, cramping, mood swings, and just feeling bloated all the time. I was very unhappy, and last but not least, I had high cholesterol. So the aha moment for me was when I went to my doctor for my annual checkup. And he told me that my cholesterol was high and that he was recommending that I go on medication. And after we chatted a bit, we decided that he would agree for me to just try it on my own, see about diet and lifestyle changes, and come back in 6 months to have that conversation. So I did just that. I made changes in my eating habits, I reduced my stress, and I made lifestyle changes. And so in 6 months' time, not only did my cholesterol, normalize more, but it became better than normal. All of my levels were better than average. So I no longer experienced any of the symptoms that I mentioned earlier. No more heartburn, heartaches, cramping, mood swings, and my weight was on its way down. I lost 25 pounds of the 50 I would ultimately lose. I used to feel so tired, and I used to feel like I needed to diet, and I went from diet to diet. Tried one where it was like a pint of tomatoes and a stick of string cheese, at lunch. It was just crazy. Anyway, I've tried everything under the sun, but today I'm in an undiet world. So after I realized the power of eating foods that were right for me, exercising, nourishing my body on an emotional and physical level, and finally learning the tools to put myself first, my entire life has changed. I decided I wanted to share what I learned so everyone could have that aha moment for themselves. I've not only been able to change my life for myself, but I've changed the lives of my customers, my clients, my family, and my friends. Now my passion is to help men and women to find their energy, confidence, and achieve the life they want with mind, body, and movement changes. So what I realized during my aha moment was that all the years of dieting destroyed my digestion and led to these issues. I had weakened my digestive system, which led to bloat and just feeling blah. I would get skin issues and breakouts, the result of not eating the foods that were right for my unique body, and honestly not realizing it at the time. I had anxiety. I did not realize there were certain foods that were depleting my serotonin levels. I felt tired even though I looked healthy. I was eating things like gluten and cheese that were causing the inflammation and creating things like headaches, bloating, poor sleep, and even skin breakouts. I was scared to eat healthy fats, thinking they would make me fat. And I learned now that food is not my enemy. Instead, food is fuel. We all need a plan, especially when we're busy, we're working, we're running the kids everywhere, we're trying to keep up with social and family events, and the list just goes on and on, doesn't it? So, welcome to this life-changing workshop. You're going to learn why it's important to focus on healthy eating. My top 3 strategies for eating healthy when you have absolutely no time, and how to clean up your eating habits without dieting or feeling deprived. So this workshop is for you if you desire to have more energy, more happiness. You want to ditch the diet mentality. You want better focus, better digestion, and better sleep. And of course, you're sick of just buying those books after book, searching for the perfect diet plan when it really doesn't exist. This is the secret. What works is actually clean eating, eating for energy. So I want you to think about your health goals. If you have a pen and paper, grab it. Write down what you desire to achieve with your goals. What are the goals? Did I mention a few of them just a little bit ago? Take a moment, write something down, even if it's 1 or 2 goals. While you're writing, I'm going to go over some facts. So here are the facts on weight loss and why diets don't work. Number 1, 30% of Americans are trying to lose weight. 2, another 30% are trying to maintain weight. 3, 2/3 of those who lose weight on diets gain it back within 1 year. And number 4, 98% gain their weight back and more within 2 years of that diet. So I'm sure some of you tuning in today have experienced your own version of this same thing. It's frustrating, right? So, why clean eating? What we eat really does impact every aspect of our physical, mental, and even emotional well-being. When we eat a diet that's based around unhealthy junk foods, we end up with unwanted weight gain, chronic illness like heart disease, autoimmune disease, and even cancer, depression and anxiety, and so many other health issues. Okay, but when we focus on eating fresh, whole foods, we can really experience improved health, better moods, increased energy, and weight loss. So how can we make clean eating happen when we don't have any time? So we do live in a busy world, and it can be difficult to eat healthy, and adding that to the long list of other things that we just have going on every single day. So I'm going to share with you 3 strategies to show you how it can be done. First is about creating a plan. And I am a person of habit, and I teach this to my clients because it really helps. So the first strategy is all about planning, and it's an essential step when you're busy. So simple suggestions to start you off right for your day. Number 1, I recommend starting off every single morning with a warm glass of lemon water. You can use your lemon oil, since we're talking Young Living here, just a drop is plenty in your water, and it's just warm. It's not hot water. This actually starts your body, starts the digestive flow going, and alkalizes your body. So the second thing, since we're talking the sleek challenge, smoothies can be a very convenient, easy thing to do. So the sleek shake is ideal. But what I hear from a lot of my clients, no matter what the shake is that there's not enough staying power to get you to lunch. So here's a couple pointers. So add in some leafy greens like spinach or baby kale or even romaine. I do a couple handfuls of those in my blender. I put in a frozen banana. I put in about a cup of berries. Pick strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, you name it. And I also add in a tablespoon of coconut oil. And if I want to add a little chocolate to it, think a banana split type smoothie here, I add in a tablespoon of raw cacao. So that is, think of cocoa, but raw cacao doesn't have any of the preservatives. So it's very healthy. It's full of amazing magnesium, which we're all low in. So that's a great way to give your smoothie some bang for the buck and get it lasting you until lunch. Number 3, I recommend taking a probiotic such as Life 5 or the new Life 9. And I want to share a little bit about gut health and gut flora so you understand why the probiotic is so important. So research does show that your gut flora can actually affect numerous processes in your body, including metabolism, energy production, nutrition, and genetic expression. So there must be a balance of your good and bad bacteria in your body to have healthy digestion. The ideal ratio of good and bad bacteria is 85% good bacteria to 15% bad bacteria. Now, the benefits of that good bacteria are nutrient absorption, decrease in food allergies, good digestion, regulated body weight, reduced inflammation, and synthesized nutrients such as vitamin K, B12, and the medium chain fatty acids. Okay, so probiotics, wonderful. Okay, take it every day. Another item that I recommend is taking a digestive enzyme, such as Essential Dime, and I know Young Living has a variety of them. So take a look at what might be best for you. I know there's vegetarian versions as well. So take a look at the digestive enzymes. That helps us to process those foods that maybe we have a little more difficulty with. And I personally like to take it to make sure, like if I know I'm going on a trip or around holidays, it helps me to just know that I'm not gonna have those issues that I used to have, or they're gonna be minimized. So that digestive enzyme really helps. Then another thing we're not so comfortable talking about is our poop, or number 2. Okay, so this is important. Okay, so when people have healthy digestion, they really should be eliminating 1 to 3 times a day. I've known people that they might eliminate once every 2 days or every 3 days. For 1, that's not comfortable. For 2, it's just not right. So your poop should be healthy, should be smooth like a sausage, brown in color, and it should be very easy to pass. So it's important to strive for the perfect stool so that you strive for perfect health. Okay? So I know that's a little funny, but it's real world, okay? So pay attention. All right. So let's get back to time-saving healthy plan, okay? So a solid healthy eating plan includes, deciding what time meals are so that you prepare to plan them ahead. Plan out meals and just honestly keep it simple. Focus on quick recipes that are easy to prepare. So, for example, I love to keep chopped veggies in my fridge. Celery, carrots, peppers, jicama even, radishes, you name it. Having cherry tomatoes in my fridge. It's a great way to throw together a salad or keep some hummus in there so that you can, just do a quick veggie wrap or, allow yourself to do just veggies and hummus. That's a quick snack or meal, depending on how hungry you are. So, and keep some fresh fruit around too. Think of, your bananas, your berries, your grapes, your oranges, grapefruit. Keep those things around because they're naturally convenient to go to. You can easily add oranges or grapefruit on top of a salad. Another thing that I love to do is roast up some good veggies. Like in the winter time right now, it's a great time to grab like an acorn squash or a butternut squash and some beets and some onions, maybe Brussels sprouts. Put them on a cookie sheet, add a little coconut oil because it will handle the heat in the oven a little better than olive oil. And go ahead and add a little salt and pepper, roast it, and then you have those veggies that you can just eat themselves. You can reheat them, you can place them on a salad, you can put them into a soup. There's a number of things you can do. So plan ahead, prepare ahead. And also, some advice before you get to the grocery store is to eat a snack so you don't go to the grocery store hungry. I know I've done it before where I've been hungry and I buy things that I just don't need. Those crackers and cookies seem to, be the things that draw your attention when you're just hungry. So eat before you go. And stick to your list, and also stick to the perimeter of the grocery store because that's usually, your produce area, your meat, your eggs, if you eat dairy, your dairy, and, just go into those other aisles sparingly, okay? So another thing that I like to mention when we're talking the grocery store, I get that not everybody likes to cook a lot. Not everybody makes the time. So I like to suggest, there's many brands out there. One that I happen to like, that I love their ingredients, love the way that they make their food and they're labeling everything, is Amy's Kitchen. And they have a variety of canned soups, frozen meals, just good, more nutritious frozen meals. So it's not that you can't do some convenience foods, but I wouldn't make a regular habit of it. Try to eat, things that are, just, in the produce area. But when you need to, pick an item that has less of an ingredient list. So when you're looking at other things, if you're looking for a cracker or something like that, look at the ingredient list and make sure that it has less ingredients. If it has 5 or less, that's ideal. If it's a long list, keep looking for a shorter list. Okay, so it gets easier the more that you shop this way and the more prepared you are. So, the first couple times it will take a little longer, but trust me, you get to know the brands that you like, you get to know what items you like, what works for you, and it becomes very easy. And then you don't feel deprived because for one, you're getting full. And for two, it's where you're feeling good. So while you're going through this process, I always encourage people to keep a food journal. So it's for 2 reasons. 1, so you keep track of what you're eating. But for 2, I want you to write down how you're feeling after you ate what you ate. Reason being, you notice I spoke about it earlier. Not sure if you remember, but it's all about finding out what works for your body. We're not all the same. A good example for me, I used to eat a lot of dairy. I was never a milk drinker, but man, I love cheese, I love ice cream, all those things. Through figuring out when I was having a lot of my issues, my headaches, my IBS issues, it was with having dairy, it was having high-fat meals, And it was when I would have too much gluten. So, and too much sugar. So keep note of when you're getting headaches, when you're having cramping, when you're feeling bloated. Also keep note of, my gosh, I'm feeling less bloated. It's been 2 days since I've had a headache. Gosh, I don't know the last time it was. Pay attention to those things. That's going to help you identify what works specifically for you. Don't rely on what works for your best friend or your sister. Rely on what you find out for yourself. And it may take some time to do that, but be patient with yourself. Keep journaling so that you can figure it out. Okay? So back to meal prep. So think of, washing and chopping those veggies when you get home. I always have a bin of chopped veggies, and sometimes I'll package them up so they're ready to go to work, and so I can just grab that. I can put a little hummus in a container, and then I have some fruit, and I'm ready to go for lunch, for a quick lunch. Or I batch cook some soup so that I can freeze some, I can have some in the fridge, and that's always a nice go-to. Also think of like cooking up some chicken breasts, or cooking up some beans or quinoa or rice. So you have those go-to things, because those are nice, quick ways to add extra nourishment and have it at the ready to just throw in a salad or put in a wrap or those kinds of things. So cook once, eat multiple times, eat those leftovers. So think simple. So choose one of the following to make a simple plate. So this creates optimal digestion. So think vegetables and grains. Okay, so like your quinoa and some vegetables, your rice and some vegetables. There's many grains out there, so kind of play around with what you like, what works for you. Vegetables and proteins. So whether it's where you are omnivore, so you eat animal products, so your chicken, keep it lean proteins. Your chicken, your turkey, your fish, keep it lean, and your vegetables. Also vegetables and fat. So think vegetables along with an avocado, along with coconut oil, those types of things, because we want those healthy fats. Coconut oil is actually known for helping us to boost our metabolism and helping us to lose weight. I love coconut oil, if you can't tell. All right, so then some other foods that I want to share with you. I'm going to make a little flyer for you guys to have that will have this information on it. Some other foods that will improve your digestion and increase immunity are superfoods such as chlorella. It's green, and it's great to add to smoothies, great to add to your water for some superfoods, and raw cacao. So think of chocolate. Okay, great to add to your smoothies, those kinds of things. Green foods, green leafy vegetables, your asparagus, your lettuces, your kale. And if you've not tried kale, try baby kale. It's much more tender, okay? Your spinach. Foods that are rich in vitamin D or sunlight. And that is cod liver oil, eggs, sardines, yogurt, and kefir, okay, which is a beverage. Then we also have foods that are rich in zinc. Think of your oysters, your turkey, your kefir, and your yogurt. So both dairy and non-dairy yogurts. And then your medicinal foods are great, such as like miso. I love a quick miso soup. Kefir, yogurt, again, dairy or non-dairy, and your sprouts. And then, of course, my beloved coconut or coconut oil, your berries. So your berries are amazing. For one, they won't spike your blood sugar like other fruits, but they are just so nutritious, full of antioxidants. Your raw apple cider vinegar. Again, this is something you can add to your lemon water in the morning. Not everybody does well with that, so pay attention. If it doesn't feel okay, then just back off to the lemon water. But that's also another good thing to add. Herbs and spices. So when you're cooking, think of adding flavor rather than, like your high cream sauces and all of that. Add flavor with spices. So great spices are like ginger, garlic, oregano, turmeric, black pepper, cinnamon, nutmeg. So think warming spices. All of these spices are known for bringing down inflammation as well. That's huge. Okay, so much of our weight gain is inflammation. So the more you can bring that inflammation down, the better you're going to be. All right. And then finally, some foods that will restore your digestion. So I want you to think fermented foods. Sauerkraut is a great example. One snack that I love to do is an avocado with some sauerkraut on it and then some salt and pepper. That's it. It's just great. It's wonderful probiotics and great healthy fat. Wonderful. But a little sauerkraut goes a long way. Don't overdo your fermented veggies right away or you're going to feel bloated. Okay? Just a couple tablespoons. You're good. All right. Then miso. So miso soup, which is super quick and easy. And it's amazing and it's so healthy. And then kefir, kimchi, and yogurt. Dairy and non-dairy. So you're seeing some repeats here of good things to pick up at the store. Then we talked probiotics. Another thing I want to share with you is prebiotics. Reason being that good and bad bacteria that we talked about. All right, so the good bacteria needs something to feed on. That is what we call prebiotics. Prebiotics are the non-digestible foods that move through the digestive system. And so it gives something for the good bacteria to feed off of. All right, so we want to nourish that good bacteria so they flourish, so they increase. All right, so examples of that: kefir, yogurt, dairy, non-dairy, raw garlic, raw leeks, raw dandelion greens, raw and cooked onions, raw banana, and asparagus. So those are great things to eat to nourish that good bacteria. So banana in your smoothie, there you go. And asparagus, yum. All right, so let's so how do you make time for healthy eating? So it's about making it a priority, and it's about finding ways to make it less complicated. All right, so we talked about some suggestions earlier about, roasting veggies, making a big batch of soup, freezing some, having some in the fridge, preparing meats ahead of time, veggies ahead of time, having things pre-chopped, pre-cooked, so it's quick and easy to maybe add some spices, stir it up in the evening when we're so tight on time. So then, reality is it is up to you. So you make a choice to prioritize your clean eating. And it's like making a choice to get to the gym or scheduling something to go to, all right? So schedule it in your calendar to go grocery shopping, to meal prep, to plan. This is an appointment you don't want to miss. And it gets easier and easier because once you find things that you like to do, you keep doing them. So spend less time watching TV and scrolling through Facebook. Kind of a digital detox, if you will. Turn on the music, enjoy some music while you're fixing dinner. Make the decision to eat clean a priority. So it's simple. Eat clean, make it simple, hydrate. Make sure you're getting enough water. You can do that lemon water, the fruit infused water, all of that throughout the day. Try to take in as much water as you can. Avoid junk, toxins, and sugar. All right, so I know this is a lot of information. So imagine having a simple clean eating plan all laid out for you in detail. I have a solution to help you clean up your eating even if you're short on time. So are you ready to enjoy delicious, healthy recipes that completely satisfy? Are you ready to eat in a way that pumps up your energy levels naturally? Lose some of those pounds and feel better in your body than you have in years? And finally, to get the support you need to clean up your eating without dieting or deprivation. If you're ready to take that step, I will be launching my winter clean eating program in the next week. So I want you to reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook at Tanya May Health Coach or just Tanya May. Either way, just message me. Go to my website, tanyamay.com, or email me at tanya@tanyamay.com. So I'm looking forward to seeing your journey and helping you any way I can. So thanks for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.